Hi, my name is Rian Goyle, and this is my CS50 final project, Dodge the Box. And quick note, I wrote all my code on the app version of VS Code because the web version wasn't allowing Pygame to work or the new window, which you'll see in a second. So here's a quick demonstration. So you are the blue block, the player is the blue block, and you move it with the arrow keys left and right. You go to dodge these falling red blocks. And let's say you accidentally touch one of these blocks, the game ends and the screen will close out. Yeah. So let me just quickly go over my code. These are all the libraries. This is the beginning initialization, like the screen dimensions, player dimensions, the player's speed, the star or falling blocks dimensions, and its speed. This is to draw the player and the stars and to initialize the background. And this is to move the player in saying if the left arrow key is pressed and we're not hitting the side of the screen, it's going to move the player left. Same with the right. If the right arrow key is hit and we're not hitting the side of the screen, it's going to move it right. This is to move the stars. So for every star, if we're not below the screen, it's going to keep going. So if it's below the screen, it's going to move the stars. And if it hits the player, it's going to return hit as true, which we'll go over in a second. Or also return false, hit as false, and the main function keeps going. This is to initialize run as true to say the game's going. This is to put the player on the screen and a list for each of the stars. This is the clock, which helps with timing, basically. This is the new star, which says that after 2000 microseconds, you can display a new row of stars. And the star timer is to just set that 0 until it goes to 2000. So if the start timer is greater than the 2000, it's going to create up to 5 blocks per row. This is a random integer for where the star is going to be. This is to create that star, to append it to the list so we can use this code and reset the star timer at 0. So it waits about 2000 seconds or microseconds. And this is to quit the game if the player ends the game. This is to move the player, this function right here. And this is to say hit if hit is equal to true from this function. Um, right, use this code, which finishes off the game. If it's false, it just keeps iterating until hit is true. This is to draw those players and stars. This is to end the game, and this is to run the main function. That was my final CS50 project. Thank you for listening.